Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video, and in this video we will take a look to the newest unit, Andechs. He's a light slashing unit and he's also a Genesis unit. Let's take a look to the runes first. At first we have a P attack 123 with slash attack power plus 15, then a crit rune, HP rune, agility, and then 2 runes for single target attack plus 5. Okay, let's take a look to the gear setup. We will start with this one here. This is the gear from his VCR. It gives HP plus 650, crit rate plus 20, truths obtained plus 15 and modify slash attack power plus 10. A really good VCR. It also has a gear ability or vision ability, sparkle and shine ideal. Light slash attack on enemy unit and chance of crit, and lowers light risk for 3 turns by 25 and permanently doubles own max jewels. That's a really good skill. If you don't have the VCR, then you can use an HP gear like this one here. Everything should work. For the third slot we are using Ring of the White Wolf. It gives HP, which is not necessary. It gives P attack plus 40, single target attack plus 10 and modified strong versus gigantic plus 15. And the modified strong versus gigantic modifier is important for raids, but for PvE content it's not really needed. You could use an agility gear on him in the third slot, or this one here, Ring of Sin Lumen. Days Race, not really that necessary. Choose obtain plus 10 is nice but not needed. Modify strong versus dark plus 15 and modify strong versus bright plus 25. Also good for raids. For the first slot we are using Ring of the Bright Knight, and most likely only because of the crit plus 25. It gives 5 more crit, and crit on him is necessary, but we will talk about that later again. Time Stealer's Guide, well, gives 5 crit less, but it also gives agility and 10 more P attack. I mean, the weapon, the reason why I'm not using that one on him is because the weapon, I mean, so I will just stick to, wait, where is it? That one here, Ring of the Bright Knight. The Skite is better, but it looks ugly as hell, so we are not using that on him. Okay, but anyway, let's take a look to his Memento. It gives P-Tech as base stat, Blazing Flame of Justice. It gives P-Tech plus 80, Disable Heal Rest plus 52. You only get it at max limit break. HP plus 640, Light plus 16, Silence Rest plus 64 and crit rate plus 16. You only get the crit rate at max limit break. Vision ability. We will take a look to the vision ability at the database, because it's way easier for you to understand. Okay, so now here we are at the database. Vision ability. We will take a look to that at max limit break, because only the stats will change. I mean the amount of stats. Whatever, Blazing Spirit. Greatly raises magic rest for 3 turns at start of first turn after appearing on map by 100. Effect decreases each turn by 25 and permanently raises slash attack power and truths obtained at start of on turn by 10. And the slash attack power thing, and especially the truths obtained plus 50. Just, he gets that after 5 turns. That's really a lot. Okay, but I am sorry to say that, but having the Memento at max limit break is a must in my opinion. And if you don't have the Memento, then you could use like Zara's Memento for the P-Tech stat. Okay, now let's take a look to his skills. It's also nice to see that the last part of his skills are in the German language, so it's easier for me to spell them. Okay, anyway, Flash of Inspiration Ziegel raises own order for 3 turns between 10 and 30 and notifies debuffs. Then Brilliant Blade Kämpfer. After moving, light slash attack and chance of critical, and disables buffs and greatly lowers magic attack for 3 turns by 80% and lowers move by 2 and inflicts Alchemic Overload. Range 7, high range 3. And, well, Alchemic Overload is a new status, and he's currently the only unit that can inflict the status Alchemic Overload or Bomb status, whatever it's called. Okay, but anyway, let me explain you how the skill works. I mean, how Alchemic Overload. I'm always saying Overlord. Dude, this is not an anime. Okay, but anyway, let me explain you how the skill, or let's say the Alchemic Overload thing works. It's basically just the double amount of damage. The status is stackable up to 5 times, and yeah, just like I said, it's the double amount of damage basically. If you inflict your target with Alchemic Overload, then he will take the same amount of damage that you inflicted with the attack that can inflict Alchemic Overload. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. You can't wail it. Wail? I don't know how to spell that. Whatever. You let's say you can't cure it. Maybe with Eliza Breath later with her Chop Plus, but I'm not sure, I don't know. From now on, there's no way to wheel that status. The only way to wheel the status is to spend 80% of your current jewels when you got inflicted with the Alchemic Overload status. Yeah, after you spend 80% of your jewels, then Alchemic Overload will fade. But only for one Alchemic Overload status. Because it's stackable up to 5 times, you need to spend 80% of your current jewels when you got inflicted with the status every time for every Alchemic Overload status. Also, one thing that I forgot to say was that if you inflict the enemy, I mean the target, multiple times before the target even gets its first turn, then he will only take damage from the first attack that inflicted Alchemic Overload. Okay, so here's an example. You see that I inflicted Alchemic Overload to that guy 4 times. And now you will see what I mean. I said, now you will see what I mean. Okay, yeah, he only took damage from one Alchemy Overload status, not from all at the same time. That doesn't work. I hope you understand it now. Okay, but I'm totally done with the Alchemic Overload talking. Let's move to the next skill. Fallen Light König. Light slash attack on units within target area and chance of critical, and raises crit rate for 2 turns by 40. Range 3, area diamond 5, high range 2. And his last skill, and also his best skill, Death at Dawn, Wahrheit. Light slash attack on enemy unit and chance of critical, and inflicts Alchemic Overload. Range 1, high range 2, and it has unlimited charges. You can use that skill as often as you want. And that's why the skill is OP. I mean, yeah, you have to spend 150 jewels, but they are worth it. They are really worth it. Okay, now it's basics. Basic Heavenly Blade Techniques. Rending Ray Ele. Light slash attack on enemy unit and chance of critical, and lowers single target attack rest for 3 turns before activation between 15 and 25. Then Carving Light Beweis. Light slash attack on enemy unit and chance of critical, and inflicts delay and increases in power if target's magic attack has been lowered. Range 1, high range 2. This skill has a Toggle damage rate of 80. And the last skill, Flowing Like Frevel, consumes large amount of own HP to greatly recover own jewels. The HP cost is 50% and the jewels that you recover are also 50%. Okay, enough from his skills, let's take a look to his passives. Oath to Blazing Justice, also a really interesting passive. Raises P attack by 50% and nullifies death sentence and restoration effect. And restoration effect basically means that every time you crit, you will heal 20% of the damage that you inflicted to the target. But only if you crit. But he has a 600 crit and he crits a lot. He also has gears and mementos and so on that raises crit rate even more. This passive is really good on him. So you also don't even need an HP recovery gear. That's really good. Then we have Overdrive. Raises P attack and magic attack by 50% and lowers P def and magic def by 25%. And after he maxed his second gate, then this one turns into Blazing Justice, which raises P attack by 50%, magic attack by 50%, raises slash attack power by 10, and raises max HP by 20%. Now his counter. Counter Gleam Elgar. Performs a counter attack when receiving damage and chance of critical and lowers slash rest for one turn between 15 and 25 and bestows Jewel Auto Charge on self for one turn by 15% and also activated by skill attacks. Range, square 3, high range 2. This one is also really good. Okay, let's take a look to his gates. He makes all of them except for the third gate. Which one is more important? Definitely his second gate, because he gets more HP, 20% more HP, and also 10 more slash attack power. After that, you are going to max Envy to make him tankier, and his leader skill is okay. Raises HP by 50%, P attack by 20%, all attack power by 20%, crit rate by 10%, jewels obtained plus 10 for light units. The leader skill is also really good, but not necessary. Okay, so now we are here at the Alchemy training grounds. I don't know. I think for more damage we are going to use the Ring of Sin Lumen. Okay, before we test his damage, we need some jewels. Also, because of the Mementos Snowball, to make it fair, we are just skipping the turns. Okay, normal hit. 8,334, okay. Brilliant Blade Kämpfer. 15,434. Then Fallen Light König. 13,276. Death at Dawn Wahrheit. 29,030, okay. Rending Ray Ele, 12,519, Carving Like Beweis, 10,579, Sparkle and Shine Ideal, 18,348. But now I think it's time to test his damage with all of his own buffs and debuffs. Let's go. Okay, normal hit. 12,415, okay. Then Brilliant Blade Kämpfer. 22,518. Then Fallen Light König. 18,056. Then Rending Ray Ele, 16,858. Then Carving Like Beweis, 18,988. Then Sparkle and Shine Ideal, 26,765. And then his best skill Death at Dawn Wahrheit. 42,336. Let's use that. Okay, but what's my opinion about him? I think he's a good unit. He's a really good unit. But his damage is also, it's just good. It's nothing special at all. And I'm sorry to say that, but Raphtalia is so much better than Andechs. Andechs, I don't know how to say that. Andechs is, he's like shit compared to Raphtalia, okay? Raphtalia, you can use Raphtalia in every type of content. PvE, PvP, arena and raids. But Andechs is most likely only for PvE and raids, and he's not even that good in raids. I mean, his Alchemic Overload thing, that's really interesting, and this one is also good for raids, but I mean, yeah, he can also reduce the slash res of the enemy unit with his counter, but also only for one turn. He can also reduce the single target attack res and the light res. It's not even that much, so in my opinion, I think he's not worth your champs. He's expensive, but he's also easy to max. I mean, you need his Mementos at max limit break for his full potential, and you only need get 2 for his amount of damage. So he's easy to raise, but the hard problem is to get him, because Genesis units have the most raids in the game, and it's expensive to raise him if you are not lucky enough. So basically, if you have Raphtalia, you don't have to worry if you don't get him. It's so if you skip him. Just pull for him if you like him. Otherwise, I don't recommend to pull for him. Okay guys, but I think that's it for this video. I hope you had fun with my bad English. Thanks for watching and you see you in the next one. Next showcase will be Vettel.